How's it going? Just teasing. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Big Rob Theory, and today I am so excited to actually be talking about this movie that we have been waiting for a few years now, the Snyder Cut of 2017 Justice League. So for a while now, people have been asking for the Snyder Cut of this movie, and funny enough, one of my YouTube friends that I met a while back, his name is Sean. He was like the first person to talk about the Snyder Cut, saying hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Years later, here we are, and the Snyder Cut's released. So it's pretty dope that he started that thing, and now we have the Snyder Cut thanks to him and people in Warner Brothers production company and DC Comics. Well, thank you, Sean, and thank you, Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers and everybody who was involved, because this was absolutely phenomenal. Yes, the 2017 Justice League, in my opinion, I did release a review about this a while ago, and I didn't hate it. I didn't really hate it at all. There were just a few things that I had issues with, and overall the pacing and the storyline, and I didn't really think that certain characters such as Cyborg were that great. Some of the writing seemed a little bit off at times. But this movie, not only was it 4 hours long, this movie was done so well. You know, it was written so well, and you can tell the difference when you're watching this movie, the 2021 version, as opposed to the 2017 version. I'm not just saying this because I'm a huge DC fan. I have a Flash tattoo on my chest and a Zoom tattoo on my arm. You know, no, it's not because I'm a DC fan or fanatic why I heavily love this movie and I'm like fanboying over it. The reason that I love this movie is because, one, they did it in parts. So it was like parts 1 through 5 and then an epilogue. The way how this was done was just phenomenal, man. Like the way how the different acting in Zack Snyder's version of this movie, the acting that the actors and actresses did was just amazing, you know? Various scenes from the 2017 version were pretty similar in the 2021 version, which is also rated R. But there were very slight differences that made it all the better. Case in point, there's a scene with Ezra Miller's Barry Allen that wasn't in the 2017 version that made me love Ezra Miller as the Flash even more, and as Barry Allen even more. But earlier I said that one of my biggest issues with the 2017 Justice League was Cyborg, and how he just seemed not like Cyborg. You know, like, I get it. What happened to him to change him was traumatic and excruciating and awful. But even in the comics, you don't really see Cyborg too much like how he was in the 2017 version. To see more of him in Zack Snyder's cut makes me really wish that they were going forward with Ray Fisher's Cyborg, but unfortunately they're not, due to various reasons. I'll make another video about that another time. I will say that one of my favorite things about this movie was Cyborg's story arc. It really, really painted a picture for you what he went through physically and mentally. And I loved the history of like how he got to be Cyborg, you know, with the mother box and his mother and his accident. And his mother wasn't even really in the 2017 version. So I loved that they made it more home feeling for you so that you could truly feel what these heroes went through. Another thing that I really loved is Darkseid. Oh my god. That was just, that when I saw Darkseid for the first time, I literally was just like,
they went and did that.
All right, Zack. All right. That was so amazing because so there's an animated movie called Justice League War, and a lot of you DC fans will definitely know about that, and a lot of people should know about that. And in Justice League War, there's actually a few more heroes that are in the Justice League that we don't really see on the big screen yet. Or unfortunately, we might not with this Justice League, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, and in Justice League War, the animated movie, you know, there's Shazam in there, there's Green Lantern, and if I'm not mistaken,
2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Hot Girl, I believe, but I'd have to look that up because I have not seen that movie in quite some time. Either way, in that movie, Darkseid is obviously the big bad, and I mean, Darkseid is the big bad, and it was hinted at in the 2017 version. Fans wanted to see at least a snippet of Darkseid, you know, at least, you know, how we got little cameos in Marvel at the end of the movies about Thanos. That's what we wanted to see as DC fans. We wanted to see little cameos of Darkseid, or even just one of Darkseid. The fact that we got to see Darkseid multiple times throughout this movie, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another great thing that the Snyder Cut did that the original version didn't was have black suited Superman. Now that is awesome. Him coming back from the dead, having this brand new suit, a new look, a new aura and energy. There's so many things about this movie that I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. And thank you, Zack Snyder, for, pushing to have this film out, like have this version out, because fans really needed to see this version, because the Metacritic score was 74% and the fan score, I believe, was like 94 or almost 97%, or one of the two. I don't think it was 97, but it was in the 90s. That's crazy. That is crazy. That just goes to show you that if you just even listen to fans 5%, obviously the creators of these movies and TV shows and everything, they obviously, do what they do with their creative freedom. If you just takes a little bit of things from fans about what they truly want to see in these movies and TV shows, and you put them in there, this is what you're going to get. Contentment, happiness, nerdiness, blah. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they released this cut of the movie. I'm glad that it's rated R, even though it isn't too gory, but you do see blood, and I like that a lot. I did not expect to really see that. Obviously, I forgot that it was rated R, so when I saw it was rated R, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. The scenes with the Amazons were really phenomenal to me. I really love Greek mythology, so seeing the Amazons do their thing a little bit more and a little different than how the 2017 version portrayed it was really good and striking to me. There's another cameo in this movie, but I've already given away some spoilers, so I don't want to give too many spoilers away. Yeah, there's another cameo from a Justice League member in this movie, and, well, 2 cameos, and it is phenomenal, and I wish that there was something further coming from that. Obviously, there are some slight nuances with this movie. I can't really give you too many specifics as to what wrong things were in this movie. It's just, you would just have to watch it and see for yourself. Like, obviously there's some pacing issues, it's 4 hours long, so there's some pacing issues, but for a person like me, I don't give a crap about that, man. This movie could be 5 hours long and I'd be happy about it. There were times where some things that were said between the characters were a little like, but that was literally maybe 2 or 3 times that I thought the dialogue was a little off. And by a little off, I just mean like, oh, that was good, that could have been better, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Again, I know I sound like very biased, but anyone who knows who I am and what this channel was meant for, this channel was mainly meant for DC content, for the Arrowverse content. Obviously, I'm going to lean more towards liking DC content, but I will be real and say what's good and what's bad about it. This movie, man, I am, again, thoroughly impressed with the Snyder Cut. Like, that is what we as DC fans needed. And that is what DC needed. Propped up into the cinematic universe like Marvel is. Yes, Marvel is a little bit higher and further ahead, but DC is like right there, man. DC is right there making headway. It's crazy to me how really well done that they did this movie. Another spoiler for you, Jared Leto's Joker. That is what I have wanted to see more of since Suicide Squad came out. I've wanted to see tons more of Jared Leto's Joker, and even though we only got a small cameo at the end, that scene with Batman, Jared Leto, Deathstroke, Cyborg, that was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, and Mira, Amber Heard's Mira was in the end of that, at that end scene. And I'm very curious to see what universe that was, like what was going on, because Mira was upset that Superman did something to Arthur, and obviously something happened with Diana and Bruce, because Bruce was very upset. Something happened with Lois Lane to make Superman be so aggressive in this universe. So I really, really wish that something more came of that. But again, I'm thoroughly happy with what we got because, man, what a phenomenal installment in the DCEU. This is easily the best DCEU film and my favorite DCEU film. Zack Snyder, Warner Brothers, the entire cast, everyone, phenomenal job. Hat off to you. I understand some people are saying that it's not that different, whatever, this and that. Honestly, I don't understand how you can think that it's not that different just by watching it. It's not necessarily that it's completely different, but it is a completely different tone, a completely different energy. The music, the soundtrack of this movie is completely different from the 2017 version. And honestly, for me in movies, a lot of the times the music is what gets me. Whenever Wonder Woman would come in, they had vocalizing music, you know, not necessarily Middle Eastern music, but things that you would hear with Greek god movies and with Middle Eastern movies and assassin movies. Her music made it seem like, okay, a god is coming in. Whenever Batman was in, it was like more darker music. The Flash, whenever he was doing something, it was more energetic music, lighthearted, very like nuanced, you know. And then whenever it was Cyborg, it was kind of, I wouldn't say robotic because that would be EDM music, but it was a similar tone to Batman and Flash's music, you know. All around, this movie was amazing. And I've said that multiple times. I've said phenomenal, I've said great, I've said the best DCEU film. But seriously, guys, seriously, the Snyder Cut is phenomenal. It is where it's at. And I get it's 4 hours long, but guess what? I'm probably gonna watch it again and again. Oh wait, and again. Because it is what we wanted. Like the one of the villains, Steppenwolf, they completely remade him, which great job, by the way, because Steppenwolf in the 2017 version was okay. He was okay. I didn't have an issue with him. But I like how they made him a little bit more buff, a little more gruesome looking, and changed his voice. That was like a great editing choice. Steppenwolf is kind of like he is a grunt for Darkseid. From what you can tell, Darkseid and his other henchmen, they think like low of him, you know, he's a failure or whatever. You know, he's probably gonna fail, but let's hope he doesn't fail. That's kind of the vibe I get. And Steppenwolf was a good, you know, henchman to come in, but Justice League made slight work of him once a certain character came into play, aka Henry Cavill's Superman. I know I sound like a big fanboy, but man, I'm just so excited that I finally watched this. It's finally out, and people are finally realizing that, wow, that movie wasn't really that bad. Like, now that we have the Snyder Cut, man, Justice League is amazing. The 2017 version was good, in my opinion. It was good. It just needed a little sprucing up, that's all, you know, a little different angle. And we got the different angle, and guess what? We thriving, baby. We thriving. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you for checking out my video, checking out my channel, and those who actually like give a damn to watch my videos. You are appreciated. I appreciate people who interact with my channel, those who support. It means a lot because I often get kind of discouraged doing YouTube, and life has kind of gotten me down quite a bit. But in the past 3 weeks, a lot of stuff has gone on. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe I won't, but that's why I've been a little bit absent. But for those who still do stick around and watch my videos, I appreciate it. It means the world to me, man. And you guys are awesome. So again, thank you for checking out this video. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notified of the videos that I post. So that, one, you will be more eager to check it out, and two, I will be able to respond to you and interact with you. Thanks, guys. Until the next one.